All right, coming up next, a matchup to determine the baddest man on the planet. The UFC heavyweight title is on the line. Well, for a long time, he's been mentioned with the baddest men on the planet. For a long time, though, the title fight eluded him. Not anymore. Here he is, the #1 heavyweight contender, finally making this walk and cracking a smile. He's waited a long time for this. He's not expecting a 25-minute war. He believes he has the power and the skills to get this thing done quickly. I guess we'll find out. Well, a lot of people think it's the most significant title in combat sports. No argument from me. Baddest man on the planet, UFC heavyweight champion. There he is in the flesh. What an absolute monster. What a title reign it has been. But a serious challenge in front of him here tonight. When this man became the heavyweight champion, a lot of people thought that this challenger was the one who would wrest the belt away. Now the fight is here. We'll see if we get a new champion or if this man continues one of the greatest heavyweight legacies the Octagon has ever seen. And now let's get you our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. So more than 15 years, the gap in age between these two fighters, with big differences in height and reach. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the Octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner.
This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight.
He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Olympia, Washington, presenting the challenger, the Giant. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner.
This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight.
He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 218 pounds. Fighting out of New York, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world.
All right, this is for the UFC championship. I want you to wear your hands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, not fighting.
All right, here we go. Round 1, outstanding matchup of strikers. Any chance this thing hits the canvas tonight, Jim?
I don't believe so. I think when you have two high-level strikers like you have in these two men, they're going to go to the center of the octagon, and it's going to be a kickboxing match. A kickboxing match that you would see in a ring. Tonight, you get to watch it inside of an octagon.
Well, you saw the tail of the tape. He has a reach advantage and made good use of it there with that punch. Trying to establish that jab once again. And they separate.
Big powerful punch land. Now he gets back to range.
Oh, Superman punch. Not always easy to execute. He did so there. All right, single collar tie now. Right punches there. Nice job by him to get the knee to the target there, using his length exceptionally well tonight. Takedown defense holds up. Oh, how good is this? 1 minute into the fight, and we got a full-on brawl.
These guys said that they were going to point to the center of the octagon and they were going to fight. Did I believe them? No. So right now, I am so wrong. They are doing exactly what they said.
Yeah, shades of Max Holloway against Ricardo Lamas back in the day.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one? Again, back into this position. Yeah, he's mixing it all up. Real sneaky body kick.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Oh, spinning back fist. He didn't telegraph that one at all.
Straight punch lands.
3 minutes in our opening round. And the takedown attempt, but he does not land it. Just misses with the straight left hand. And he landed the right hand there. Out of range with that one. Lands a nice straight punch there. Now we'll see if he can follow it up.
What do you follow up a great punch like this with? I'm excited to see what happens.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Oh, tags him with the overhand. All right, he engages in the single collar tie.
Big punch lands. Ooh.
All right, so again, the fighters clinch here. Kind of had an inkling we'd find ourselves back in this situation.
Absolutely. Both of these fighters love fighting chest to chest. The uglier the fight, the better.
Oh, overhand left. No good. Single collar tie now. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Oh, big left hand there. Wow. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this thing.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
All right, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Back to the feet now. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Well, you saw us reference it in the tail of the tape, DC. He's got the reach advantage and certainly made good use of it there in landing that check. Got a single collar tie. Wow.
Beautiful body kick lands right over the elbow. Beautiful strike.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round one, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in it.
And it's not always gonna be. When you have two very talented fighters, sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round one. Nice straight punch.
Oh, a huge block there. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Oh, continuing to work the body to great effect. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here.
Good stick.
Well, just exhausting watching some of these takedown attempts. He's unable to get it there.
And he's attempting them over and over again. How long before he gets discouraged and accepts that this is going to be a stand-up fight?
He's got a serious right punch, and he went to it effectively there.
It is his money shot. He will continue to throw it until he finds a knockout.
Oh, single collar tie here. All right, so no surprise. Once again, we find ourselves here in this clinch situation. We'll see who can advance.
Who's going to be the person to dictate the pressure? Who's going to control the engagement from this 50-50 position?
The right hand just misses.
Nice leg kick.
While the body was wide open, his opponent took advantage. Kick to the body, lands flush. He's going to have to make some adjustments here moving forward. Oh, lands a stiff punch there. Nice connection.
Oh, nice land. Beautiful body kick.
Oh, collar tie. Both fighters throwing heat now. Oh, nice job to land the straight punch there. Must be nice to have that kind of reach advantage, DC. I know you can't necessarily relate.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
I mean, the hand speed, just absurd. Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round two, definitely picking up the pace after round one. So he got the message from the corner, and now he is taking control of this second round. Oh, he's the taller fighter, and able to land a knee to the body with relative ease there.
Nice punch there.
They continue to exchange. Counters with the left hook. Nicely done there. Nice job by the fighter here to continue to block the shots coming his way. You think he's trying to sort of fatigue his opponent here a little bit?
He's kind of watching and seeing everything that's happening in front of him. Later, you'll see him start to counter after blocking shots.
Oh, and he lands another knee there, DC. He talked a lot to us about his length and his size advantage. Doesn't always pay to be the taller fighter. In this instance, it certainly did. And now he's got that tie clinch.
Big knee lands right through his opponent's midsection.
There's the kick, it's blocked. And now he's hooked.
That's one of those shots, but if you take one of them, if you end the night, that one landed right on the spot. He landed a good uppercut there. Oh, big elbow.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
That was slick in. Nice strike.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Whiffs on the straight right hand. Oh, a little single collar tie there. Man, it's almost like he's got a rangefinder out there. Just too easy as he connects with another good series of punches there.
If you're boxing this guy and only boxing him, you will be in trouble.
Connects with the right hand, pretty good punch that one.
Nice right punch by this young man. What a body kick. Again, in the clinch. Ooh, what a punch.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. The ankle pick to get him down. We'll see if he can capitalize.
Got the ankle pick. Let's see how he advances from this position.
He gets right back up.
I mean, what an ankle pick. If he would have drove into his opponent, maybe he would have secured the top position.
Slips to avoid that left.
If your opponent has you in the clinch, pulling down on your head, landing punch after punch, you have got to clear that collar tie, reach back inside, and try to find space.
All right, so there's the end of the round. He stayed committed to doing damage upstairs and landed a seminal blow in that round.
It was accumulation of those strikes. He kept hitting him over and over to the head. Eventually, he found the one that really did damage his opponent.
Had him hurt, almost finished. Look at him on the
stool. He's still wobbling this round. All right, so back-to-back entertaining rounds. We'll see how it goes in this round. We'll see which corner sort of maximize those 60 seconds on the stool.
This is what happens in very skilled, very evenly matched fighters coming together. Nobody has really taken a lead in this fight. Let's see who doesn't go into the next one.
Nice slip to avoid the left. All right, single collar tie now. And right there, his opponent's wobble chin.
He's hurt bad. This dude needs to grab. He needs to wrestle. He has to do something. He cannot take another shot like that. Punch over the top.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. How about that chin? And there comes the separation now. Now a takedown attempt. It is not there, and not a ton behind it. Just misses with that one. Oh, big right hand, yes. Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active.
That's a big strike right there.
Man, doesn't take much for the redness to start. Look at the left side of his body there. Nasty.
Oh.
Able to check that kick as well. Oh, working hard here against the fence. We'll see if he gets stuck there. He could be in trouble.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. He doesn't know if he's in the octagon or his mama's house for Thanksgiving. Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him. Knock him out. The fight's done.
Oh, nice slip to avoid that right hand. All right, he engages in the single collar tie, and he connects there, DC.
Great job landing that punch.
All right, so once again, they will clinch, and we will see which fighter is able to advance their position from here.
Who's going to be the first? Oh, he's hurt. Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, straight right. Oh, slipped him with the overhand. Single collar tie now. And they separate. Well, not sure if he's lighter on his feet or what it is, but these last couple of rounds, he's been far more aggressive, a lot more pressure. Oh, he's really starting to light him up now.
Nice.
All right, good job by him there to raise the guard and protect his head.
He's doing a good job of keeping the guard high, blocking his head, making sure he's not taking those damaging strikes up top.
Takedown defense holds up. Got the single collar tie. And with authority, goes to the judo throw right into side control.
He's inside control. He's got a ton of options.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often. Now he's on top of him looking for the finish.
Good, solid strike on the ground. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh! All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Ooh! Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab. He may float a right hand out there, but he's not really sitting down on the right hand. He really doesn't seem to have the intent on landing it. He's got to be confident that it's going to land, and he's got to really throw his whole entire body into this strike. That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he lands that overhand right, he hurts bad. And this guy has to apply her very badly.
All right, he's trying to control Poor posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
All right, closed guard now. You gotta be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds. Oh, the round is over and blood is just fauceting out of this cheek. That cheek has gotten out of control. Cutman can only do so much, and given the fact that that cut continues to be attacked by the opponent, if this thing gets any worse, they're gonna stop this fight. All right, so there's the end of the round, and on one side, thrill, on the other, agony after that knockdown.
Yeah, he was able to really damage him with that big punch. You see the hands, the speed, how sharp he is, how technical he is. It allows him to land in spots where his opponent is winging punches. Great strike landed, great punch landed to put his opponent down. Good punch.
Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight. Flush right hand is true. Huge block there. Missed with that attempt. Oh, right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Ooh, now he's got the tie plum, Daniel. If you're on the other side, what are you trying to do to get out of this potentially dangerous position?
You got to start digging your shoulder to a side and then trying to shove an underhook. You cannot bend down to try to get out of Muay Thai.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that.
Great punch landed with so much power.
Oh, he slipped well there to avoid the left hand coming back. Oh, single collar tie here. Honing in on those counters. Well, he has certainly found the range and staying pretty busy here on the field.
He's being busy, but it's also the timing and the accuracy that's allowing him to land so many attacks.
Oh, and there's a takedown attempt. Not a great entry there, DC.
Not a great entry. He showed everything he was going to do. He didn't hide his takedown. Fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
So fighter a little bit stunned, holding on to him now, not doing a ton, just looking to recover.
Nice strike.
Oh, collar tie. Beautiful right hook counter. Back and forth we go. Lands with a right hand. Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. And you hear the crowd react every time they come together because they understand the power that these guys are striking with.
He lands the head kick. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Oh, shades of Ben Saunders against Brandon Wolf back in the day. A lot of knees. Oh! Back to the feet.
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, he might be out. Oh! Take a look back at the replay. It ends up a knockout, but this was really a striking clinic from the moment they touched glove.
I mean, a competitive fight that one guy finally found the shot that ended the fight. But both of these warriors displayed a ton of heart. One guy got the finish, but neither guy should be disappointed in their performance.
All right, with that, the official decision is in. We go to the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Berbick has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 2 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion,
celebration is on, and it figures to continue deep into the night for the UFC heavyweight champion, and still after the knockout victory here tonight. And given all this man has accomplished, I think you can still argue that tonight is the crowning achievement of his mixed martial arts career. Knocks out the #1 contender with style points to retain his heavyweight title. Congratulations to champion.